Hi everyone, this is Angela Ambrosia and welcome to I Love Mondays. Today we're looking at a heart-centered life, when heart is the ruler of your life. So for some of you, you may be familiar with some ideas from the East where the heart is the emperor of the body. And so what we're looking at is that balance between the heart and our brain. So today with the transmission that we're going to do at the latter part of the video, we're actually going to feel into the different parts of the body, the heart and the brain. So what does it mean to have a heart-centered life? And in terms of bringing more love into our world, why is the heart so important about bringing that in? So as you know, most of the times that I get you to connect to the body, we're going to be focusing specifically on the heart and expanding the heart energy. Well, what they found when they measure the electromagnetic field around the body is that the heart itself has a field that can be very, very large. So every second, every millisecond of the day, even when you're sleeping, the heart is radiating electromagnetic field that goes around the body. So in fact, you're always living a heart-centered life anyway, whether you are aware of it or not. And the distinction about living that consciously is that you can enhance that energy and you can literally charge that electromagnetic field with more love, joy, creativity. Make it up. What is it that you want to bring into your life? And that's why every day and every time we practice the meditation, I will be working with you to come back into the heart. And sometimes we're pulling something into that heart energy. So visualizing that when you're working with a heart-centered life, that it is itself a field that walks before you, around you, outside of you, but coming from the inside. And we're always coming back to the heart at any time when you may feel off center. So because the heart has that very powerful vortex and electromagnetic field, you want to make sure that you are aware of what it's feeling almost at any moment, at any second. As you see with consciousness evolving and modern life getting busier, if you're not checking into your heart, what happens is that very quickly the brain can come in, cause overwhelm, cause stress, panic, fear, a bundle of stuff. It's all very busy up there. And if you're not pulling awareness back into the heart, it's very easy to get trapped up here or below the heart in your lower organs where things can get a little bit out of control. Your desires might get out of control and they might start to get into repetitive cycles. Coming back to the heart, it pulls your awareness in to actually checking in, okay, what am I creating here? What am I feeling here? What do I really want? Because your brain will tell you what you want sometimes and your lower organs will tell you what you want sometimes. The heart is right in the middle of the two for a reason, to navigate in a way where you program the energy. And that's why we say I Love Mondays is a way to reprogram your love life by coming back to you. So let's start the energy transmission by focusing on your heart. And as you use the hands either to bring your energy in, or you can use your imagination and your breath. So as you're breathing into the center of the chest, feel that chest expand, front with the breath, the front of the chest. And now with the breath, feel the chest or the back of the chest expand into the back body. So use the breath to feel how you can expand into the back body. You can lift up the shoulders, roll them around a bit. Feel how you can get more into the back body with some movement. And take some time with the breath to really expand into the front and back body. And also feel the chest moving into your hands, almost if the hands are welcoming the heart, beckoning the heart, ready for the heart. allowing that heart to feel its heart space in your own hands. And the more you practice connecting into that space of the heart with some touch or with the breath, the more your heart actually makes a connection and recognition. So it almost becomes natural for you to drop into your heart space at any second when you feel a little bit too much in your head or a little bit too distressed by your lower body. So breathe into the heart. And now with your imagination, you can keep the hands on the heart, but your imagination is going to travel to the organ of the brain. So the brain has two hemispheres. It looks a little bit like the shape of a walnut. If you can imagine the walnut, it has two halves of the walnut. And they're sitting there on top of your body, just floating in a bunch of fluid. So take the breath into the brain itself. And you're feeling the brain softening. And also you can feel the brain gently moving, almost rocking in that fluid. Just imagine it's surrounded by fluid, and with the breath is gently allowing that fluid to be soft, almost jelly-like. So the brain feels like it can lift with the breath and drop with the breath. So the breath now becomes like a suspension for the brain. And if you have trouble visualizing this, just pretend like a kid, like you've got a bubble on your head, and with the breath the bubble is actually gently bobbing. As you inhale, the bubble lifts, and as you exhale it kind of drops. So now we're going to visualize the golden energy coming in from above the head. You can imagine it 3 feet above the crown, streaming into that bubble of the brain that's floating there, and making a beautiful connection, shining down into the heart. So the golden light is coming into that head, and then it shines down into the heart. And then ask now for the energy that you wish to bring into your life this week, this day, even this year. So notice what's important for you to focus on, and bring that energy with the assistance of the golden light into your heart right now. Claim that space. With a word, you'll be able to invoke the word later in the day. And remind yourself that you can come back to this heart-centered space at any time throughout the day, week or year, or whatever time period you're pulling in that energy for, as a way of being heart-centered and allowing the heart to be the ruler and director of your life. And so now bring your awareness to a figure eight that moves from the heart around the heart, like a circle around the heart, going up to a circle around that bubble of the brain. So just visualize an energy or figure eight circling around the heart and making its way up to the shape around your brain. So with the breath, just see that energy connecting the heart and the brain, asking that they come into relationship with each other and come into balance. So the brain can listen to the ruling of the heart. And the heart can invoke the wisdom and intelligence of the brain. And just notice if there's any energy in any part, either the heart, the brain, the breath, any other part of the body. And if you wish to ask for more insight on what comes up for you as you bring your awareness to the heart, the brain, or the body, or the breath, just ask, what is it I need to see? And sometimes there is nothing to see, it's just to be experienced. And you can ask for that balance so your heart can continue to expand the energy that you wish to bring into your love life or to your day. And now with some breaths, really fill up that center of the body, that heart-centered place. Feel the brain relaxing with the breath on top of the heart energetically. And very gently when you're ready, you can open the eyes in your own time slowly so that you can still keep that heart-centered space with the eyes gently open and the brain also in a soft space. So it's open, able to connect to you on the inside and able to balance in that fluid space and in that suspension above the center of the body. Our brains are very powerful, and when they're interrelated with the heart, what happens is this magnetic emission of your desires and also the power of the heart, because it's balanced by the direction and focus of the brain. So thank you for joining I Love Mondays. If you're in New York City, we have an exciting, beautiful new workshop called Rewire, and you can find out more about that on our Facebook event page and underneath the YouTube video today. So looking forward to seeing you in New York, and if you are anywhere else, please spread that love throughout your brain and your heart so you can continue to be that heart-centered space for others as well. Thank you.